Hello, eighth grade, and welcome to our sixth lesson in second step. This lesson is titled My Future Self. So remember last week, we discussed a couple of things. We explored positive and negative factors that influence us as we pursue our interests, and we identify someone who would or who could encourage us. So today's lesson, we're going to imagine who we want to be 10 years from now. So what is one question you'll ask your future self? So think about that question, and we'll go around to everyone in the class and everyone will respond. And I really want you to think hard about this. What is that one question that you'll ask your future self? And teachers, you can pause the video. So most of us is curious about the kind of people or the person that you'll be in the future. Today's activity is going to help us reflect on who and why our identities will change over time. So remember, we created a map in lesson number 2. So we're going to refer back to that identity map. But let's look at these 3 questions. We're going to reflect on the aspects of our future identity and fill it in on our map. Number 2, we're going to compare your future identity map with your map from lesson 2. Number 3, on your future identity map, we're going to circle aspects of your identity that have changed, and we're going to put a box around the aspects that will stay the same. So let's look at the example that I showed you on lesson number 2. So this is Alex's identity map. So when you look at his identity map, you will see that the things that have changed over time. So as you can see, Alex may change his love for travel or teaching music. That's his interest. So his roles or his relationships with others, he may change wanting to be a business partner or a band member. He may, part of his personality, he may change being open-minded, or part of his abilities is teaching and public speaking. So these are things that have changed or may change over time. So let's look at some of the things that will stay the same or that have stayed the same. So performing, writing, he's a male, he's a band member, he's a New Yorker, he's from New York, he's outgoing and driven, and he plays the guitar. So these are things that's part of his personality that will change or that will stay the same over time. So we're gonna pull out our activity map, or we're gonna refer back to the activity map that we developed on last time. So today we'll be creating an identity map of your future self. It will be the first of a 2-part task in which you'll apply what you learned during this unit. In the second part, which you'll do in your next lesson, you'll draw a path that details the journey you took to become your future self. So teachers, as you answer, or class, as you answer these questions, we will pause the video. So let's move to the second part of the activity where you will reflect on your identity map. So on your future identity map, which aspects of your identity changed? Think about that question. The second question, what aspects of your identity stayed the same? So we're going to discuss these questions as a class, and teacher, you may pause the video. So let's wrap everything up. Let's do the wrap-up questions. This one question, I really want you to think about this, and I want you to write it on your student handout. So let's look at this question. What are some things that you can do to encourage your classmates now, right now, so you can move toward being your future selves, the future self that you identified today? So we're going to answer this as a class, and teacher, you may pause the video. So as you move forward this week, I want you to think about, or I want you to reflect on this particular question. I want you to think about the person that you created today and how you may become that person one day. So in the next lesson, what you're going to do is you're going to create a path on how you're going to get there. And so in this next lesson, you'll be able to draw and share your ideas with the class. Please don't be shy. You will teach a lesson to your classmates. You can learn a great deal from each other, and it will be fun. It will be really fun. So I'll see you guys next week on next Tuesday. We will develop, or we'll talk about our identity maps. We'll talk about our future self. We'll talk about our plans for high school. And our next lesson will be lesson number 7 in second step. And this lesson is titled Moving Forward, My Path Forward. So I can't wait to see you on the next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we'll be out on fall break. So I'll miss you for a week, but I'll see you on the following week. So you guys have an awesome week, and I'll see you after break. Have an awesome break. See you next week after next. See you later.